Good evening. First tonight, Perth commuters should not rely on trains to get home from work today, as severe delays are expected to get worse, with the number of train drivers calling in sick for the work rising to 79 by midday and expect to climb further. Brayden reports.
Trains were in short supply in this morning's peak hour, causing delays of up to an hour on the Joondalup and Mandurah lines after an unexpected 40 drivers called in sick to work. The number of train drivers, usually 150, has been halved by today's actions. The busy lines, which normally carry thousands of passengers, were brought to a standstill, and the Public Transport Authority has warned the return trip home is likely to be worse. PTA spokeswoman Deborah Bishop said people planning to travel on the train to the Fremantle Dockers game against Carlton this evening should seek an alternative route. Meanwhile, the PTA will be running some replacement bus services. However, as the buses only carry 60 to 70 passengers each compared to 1,100 on trains, the measure is not expected to entirely fill the gap. Brayden Edwards, DHK News.
19 firearms has been stolen from a farmhouse on Fernie Road on Wundowie on Monday. Police are investigating after the firearms, including 4 handguns, 10 rifles and 5 shotguns, were stolen along with a gun cabinet they were stored in. Anyone who may have or seen suspicious activity in the area, Wundowie, or the other information regarding to the matter is encouraged to contact local police on 131 444 or Crime Stoppers on 1-800-333 000. Back to Hong Kong, Philippine police says the bullets that killed 8 Hong Kong hostages in Manila were likely to have been fired by the gunman holding them captive, not the rescue team. Police announced the preliminary results of their findings and aimed growing pressure from Hong Kong and the mainland for the Philippine government to quickly give a full account on Monday's 12-hour standoff. However, he says the police investigation was still ongoing and the final conclusion has not yet been made. The Chief Executive Donald Tsang has offered the family of 8 Hong Kong people killed during the Manila bus hijacking to have the victims buried in a cemetery for citizens killed while performing acts of exceptional bravery. He reviewed the offer after paying a visit to Jason Leung, a teenager who suffered from skull fracture in the tragedy.
The coroners has already decided that we have to carry out autopsy, and this will be done or is being done, and we finish very quickly. And the investigation by Hong Kong government is almost inevitable. We have to present our case, the result of our investigation, to the coroners. It will be the decision of the coroner whether or not to conduct an inquest. But meanwhile, we are cooperating with the Manila police department. We have already had police officers there, present to them, cooperate with them, the sort of evidence we have already gathered, and we will hope that through this channel, we will be able to produce at the end of the day, by the Philippines government, a comprehensive, a thorough and accurate report of what has happened there.
The doctor treating Jason says the youth's condition is expected to stabilize in 10 days, but refused to comment of his chance of making a recovery. A video has been released showing footages taken inside the mine, which 33 miners remain trapped underground. Moyukh Mazahid reports.
The miners can be seen playing cards and singing the Chilean national anthem. Several miners sent messages to their families and to rescue workers above ground. Fresh clothes, medicine and games are being sent down a 700-meter borehole the diameter of a grapefruit. The government has asked NASA and Chile's submarine fleet for tips on survival in extreme confined conditions and are looking to send them space mission-like rations. A second narrow borehole has been drilled, dedicated to channeling drinking water to the miners and keeping communications flowing. Health officials have said that the miners can expect a period of depression and anguish after the initial euphoria of being found passes, but Chilean Health Minister Jaime Manuelich said the miners had reacted calmly after learning there would be a long wait before they saw light of day. Moyukh Mazahid, DHK News.
Work has started to drain a huge lake as it forms under the glacier in the popular skiing area in the French Alps. In a water-filled 26 Olympic-sized swimming pool is beneath the glacier for more than 10,000 feet up in the Mount Blanche on the popular path for climbers. In an attempt to prevent a repeat of floods which killed 175 people more than 100 years ago, engineers in France have started to drill into the glacier for preparing to pump out the water. The operation, costing almost €2 million, is expected to last until October. A German court has found a girl band singer guilty of causing bodily harm to an ex-boyfriend by having unprotected sex with him despite knowing that she was infected with HIV, but she won't spend any time in the prison. Moyukh Mazahid reports.
A German court has found a girl band singer guilty of causing bodily harm to an ex-boyfriend by having unprotected sex with him, despite knowing she was infected with HIV. But she won't spend any time in prison. The Darmstadt Administrative Court handed the 28-year-old Nadia Benassia a 2-year suspended sentence after finding the No Angels band member guilty. Benassia helped her case during the nearly 2-week trial by acknowledging she had unprotected sex, despite knowing she was HIV positive, and also adding that it was a big mistake. In an emotional statement, she told the court she was sorry from the bottom of her heart. The man who claimed Benassia infected him said they had a 3-month relationship at the beginning of 2004. The singer has been ordered to serve 300 hours of community service. Moyukh Mazahid, DHK News.
And finally tonight, for those of you who just can't get enough of the Australian election and want some extra fun and parody, then this YouTube video will certainly satisfy your desire. Enjoy!
Cains being a bit naughty this morning.
Well, let's wait and see.
Politicians are going to be judged on everything they say. Sometimes, in the heat of discussion, you go a little bit further.
So that's the way it is this Saturday. Thanks for your company, pleasant viewing, and good night.